This right here is my rock garden. The last time I uploaded to YouTube, I think it was just the before or whatever. And so I'm gonna give you multiple angles, tell you all the names of everything. And this video is also for me because I'm gonna come back and use this video as like a reminder of where I planted what and the names and stuff. And who knows, maybe you'll get some ideas. And I'll also show you some cool rocks. And I don't know if I'm going to include the other rock gardens as well. I might include those. So anyways, guys, these ajugas have done amazing. And a couple of them, the one over there isn't doing amazing for whatever reason, but most of them are doing amazing. All the ones in pots as well, just doing awesome. And look at that. I don't know why that's growing like that, but that is a gold nugget. That one had crazy coloration. You got Angelina sedum. That is a Rosy Robin Ajuga Firecracker sedum. Camshaticum sedum. I think that's how you say it. And multiple variegated sports. But it almost looks like something was eating the leaves. So that's annoying. But Sugar Shimmer, Sempervivum, or Hens and Chicks from the Chick Charm series. And then this one's been one of my best over here because just look at the size. Let me compare it to my hand. I'm telling you guys, I think this thing needed some water. It's starting to grow a ton of chicks all the way around. And then look at that, deeper in there, you can see some of the chicks growing. But yeah, this is the Emerald Explosion. Do not let this grass grow in your rock garden, especially next to the hens and chicks. And but yeah, the colors, the shape, the size. Then you got a steel appeal. This is Oddity right here. Oddity is a great one. I planted there was like 2 or 3, and now it is just multiplying like crazy. And look at this gold nugget, and look at these weeds. I should have handled this before the video, but that is a gold nugget. Dark Cloud is right here. Some of these are starting to actually do something. This one's gonna grow nice and big and fast, hopefully. Be Freckled is right here at the front, or the back, I guess. But this one right here says Blade of Steel, but that is not Blade of Steel. This one's Blade of Steel, aka Grape Galaxy from the Chick Charms. And then look at this. I love this sedum right here. This right here is the Lime Zinger. Lime Zinger sedum is great. And I've got 4 steel appeals going across through there. I'll have to look at my lists and stuff to see what that one is. But Wildfire sedum is looking awesome too. This is the only spot I have Wildfire planted. And it's just got great coloration. So this is what I'm gonna trim here soon. It's gonna probably want to flower if I don't trim it, but I need to multiply this sedum and get more. So this one right here is a Cyboldi sedum. You've got a Cosmic Comet sedum right there. That's a gold mine, I believe. That one's the Cordial Canary. And anyways, I'm gonna come over here. You've got Patent Leather Shoes. You know, I always wanted to use these bricks in this design right here, but the Patent Leather Shoes, this one was completely bare rooted for a good part of the spring. And I planted it here, and now it's multiplying and looking good. I think I had some Patent Leather Shoes. Actually, no, my Patent Leather Shoes in the other mound's doing good. And this one right here looks like Kismet. You got Angelina's Teacup sedum. And then down here you got a little bit of the Irish moss. Slate, little piece right there. This right here is a fine. I've got an affine right there. I got an affine right there. This looks like a tarantula. Tarantula right there. Petone is right here in the top center. I got multiple pieces of Petone. And then over here you have Shampoo. Over here, center over here, you've got, I have to pull these tags out. Let me show you. Rita Jane. Rita Jane's a big one. So she's got a little bit of extra space, but we will see how that one goes. So where the whiter leafed ones are, such as this one right here, check this out. This one had terrible coloration, but then now look at that. I was gonna get 2 trays if I could, or a tray. This is a Splatter Matters sempervivum from Chick Charms, created by Kevin Vaughn. And I've got another one of those. Araya over here, that is a calcarium variety with a little baby. So they are growing. And then I put a little piece of extra right here. And then I don't have a tag for these, but those, they might be, I think those are shampoos. They look like garbage. They were planted kind of earlier, and I don't know, I needed to water them. I think they fell out of the pot, bare rooted themselves, and it was terrible. Coconut Kiss right here, I love that one. Just another fine. Eventually I'll have something growing in there, probably a sedum coming around from the other side, because I've got other things coming. And look at these rocks, especially that one right there. I found that one, carried that one for forever. And then I've got, everyone loves the fact that these are hollowed out. Came from a different rock garden that we were basically removing. We found that flint, metal detecting, so that is a glacier blue, I believe. And look at that, just bare root something right there. Who even knows what variety that is? And so over here, you got pieces of who knows what. This is the Dream Dazzler sedum. I literally took a piece from a plug, planted it in the ground, and it is thick. Snow Angel Coral Bells, pretty flowers, but even prettier leaves. It's in stones with compost and stuff. And I didn't think that Silver Song would be a good purchase, but it is a good purchase. Look at this. I mean, that's not crazy colors, but I love that. It's gotten very pale recently. Nice pink color on that Silver Song, which is actually, I think, the parent of this one. This one's got more sunburn or whatever that is, but the striping and the coloration on that is like next level. So over here, so I got this rock here on its side, and I got this piece of concrete that's like literally pointy and stuff. And if you guys follow along, I'm gonna probably have more concrete pieces eventually in these gardens, and I can see myself having full-on gardens in the future where the whole thing is just concrete and other rocks. But basically this creates a little pocket where it's like out of the wind, slightly shaded and stuff. And I got a pocket of shampoo, and then that one right there is Petone. So I like the Petone. It's like fuzzy. Tarantulas on the back side. I don't know if putting these on the back side of this is going to protect it any more than what it would if it wasn't like that, or what the deal is there. This one's Amon Corivon right here in front of this big rock. I'm pointing these out in location so that if I ever have to go back, then I can like look at the video and be like, okay, there used to be a Amon Corivon here. Amon Corivon is a fuzzy red and like, it's like just a velvety, I don't know how to describe that, but the pictures of the Amon seemed like they were pretty special. Born. It's got babies. The parent plant looks a little unhealthy. You probably can't see it, but that one's got interesting shape. But Lemon Kiss right here. Lemon Kiss. Cresta is special because it has this trait that I'm gonna call splotchiness. Like it looks like someone like splatter painted on it or whatnot, which the Splatter Matters doesn't really fit. This one's called Splatter Matters. Splatter Matters doesn't really fit that much because it's striped and not splattered, you know, but that one's more so splattered. And then this piece, I moved that there because every winter this just seems to get ate and by deer or rabbits or something. And then also seems to rot for no reason at all. So back here, I am going to plant pieces of Angelina sedums, just like I have here, and other sedums that can handle anything. Maybe like that type there, dragon's blood. But I'm gonna have, you know, Angelina sedums of the different colors back here, and also other different colors. So the Dream Dazzler, the Neon Nova, and then right here I've got a Sapphire Tuffet. So as you can see, I've got bigger stones, and then up here in this rock garden, I got the smaller, more gritty stones. And then I've got a piece, I mean, look at this. I got a Dazzling Dynamite sedum piece right here. Look at that, it's just absolutely ridiculously tiny. So I planted that one, and I think the top broke off, but it's gonna survive. And I mean, just imagine coming back to this in the future, and then it's gonna be like a foot tall. Probably not, don't really get that big, but it gets a little bit bigger than a lot of them. This one right here is Gleam, so it'll form a nice little, you know, pocket right here. And look at this piece of sandstone. Fun fact, I'm gonna make some videos talking about the building of this rock garden, but I've got literally these bricks and other rocks and stuff holding this. So this is like wedged in there, and I've got other ones in there. But basically, like, this shouldn't fall in the middle of winter. If you just put stones and dirt and everything, and the stones like this, these rocks are gonna fall over midwinter. This is a Falzer Nebel up there. Couldn't show you that before. And but yeah, so this is what I've got. I've got literally just rocks that are half buried, stones going up to there with mulch on the other side. So if you've got a little piece of your bed, if you got a little bit of an odd bed, use a log, use wood, use bricks, use whatever the heck you can. Take a little section out of your garden, and then just pile up some stones, mix in a little bit of potting mix or compost, and you know, and this is gonna be a little bit easier to maintain, because look at all those weeds down there. And I've already spent some time weeding this garden. And then over here you've got, literally it's wanting to flower, so I'll have to pinch the flower off of the Dream Dazzler sedum. And one more time, look at that Silver Song. I might have to get another one of those. I thought I only ordered one, or maybe they only had one, I don't know. But there's another one that they have at Perennial Obsessions that's really nice looking, and not even on the website. So Lime Zinger, and then that Wildfire sedum one more time. Look at that color. This spring I took some pictures of this angle, this Wildfire sedum, and it looked awesome. And then over here, look at this. That one is getting big, and I saw that one in flower last year at a nursery, and I had to have it. It's a Maroon Mountain. Maroon Mountain is a Chick Charms giant. It can get huge. And then right next to it is either a gold mine or a gold nugget. That's probably a gold mine. So over here, I had this whole section right here, had one of the Chick Charms, and I literally had just bare soil right here. And I put more stones right here, but you literally need, I mean, some pieces survived, like 3 or 4 pieces survived to that one, so it'll keep on going. But I'm gonna probably just, you know, keep on adding to this garden at all times. But if you've got any questions, let me know. I've even probably got a snake under that big rock that is living there, and I had a different one early in the season. These things, they change colors, they change shapes slightly, and I just put in all these plants. This part of the garden, I put in all these plants just about, other than a couple sedums, late summer. I don't even know what the date was, and all these were planted basically like a month ago in May. And then all this garden was put in early May or late April or something. So anyways, thanks for watching. If not, I'm going to continue this and show you guys the other clips of the other gardens. Alright, I guess I'm going to add to this video by including a video of this over here. I don't remember the name of this. I have it somewhere, but this color is actually really nice. And this one has a really pretty pink flower. Over here you've got a Copper Canyon Chick Charms giant. That one will grow huge, and it's got tons of babies. Then I got Lime Zinger sedums, gold nuggets, Ajuga, Silver Mountain Artemisia, And I took pieces of Angelina sedum, put them all over this mound. So you got Limesinger sedum there, and then who knows what that one is. We'll see, I guess. You can see just Delosperma. That one's gonna take over this whole section, hopefully. Over here, I literally took this is a gold mine, I believe, and I just put this here to hold it down in that little crevice of the rock. You've got a steel appeal, I think, gold nugget, and then over here you've got a copper canyon, probably. Another Delosperma. I literally just took a piece, shoved it there, and it's starting to grow. And then I got a piece of the lime twister sedum, and I'm getting 70 of those probably to grow out. And that's the same sedum that something was eating on earlier, and you can see some variegated pieces. And but this one, I pretty much trimmed all the way back, harvested all the pieces, and then this year it's just doing nice. I mean, compare it to my hand, it is a perfect plant. This one died, and two of the little chicks grew, and that one's got babies. This is the same as the giant one that's over there. And you know, I've also got a Midnight Mystery Ajuga piece that I put here. This rock is really cool. And same with this one right here. Look at the crystals. And then this one right here has had this coloration for literally 2 months now. It's a gold mine. And you've got a copper canyon. And then the Limesinger sedum. I put this piece of the sedum there last fall. More Ajugas. That's a steel appeal. And then this one right here, I've shown this one to everyone. This one is big, almost the size of my hand. It's getting bigger. It's got some striping almost in the leaves. The leaves are wide, which I love. It's got a bunch of babies. As long as they don't get the babies that are like halfway right there, it'll get huge. Steel appeal, or the grape galaxy right there and right there in this rock, which is cool. Silver mound, more Ajugas. And then I got things in this rock. These rocks are so cool. Sedums. Oh, look at that one. There's like quartz in there. And then literally yesterday or the day before, I planted this sedum right here. That one's the Neon Nova. Silver mound with a cool rock. Whatever. This mound right here just has Ajugas, gold mines, and then like one other type of succulent or whatever. Some other little pieces that I threw, but this is a weeping larch, Ajuga, and just this pile of rocks is just all the random stuff. So, and actually it looks pretty good. Hydrangea tree wanting a flower right now. So this garden over here all winter long and still right now has got these cages on top, so hopefully nothing will ever touch them. And a couple of these tags are messed up, but you've got some of the same things, but then some other things. Like this one right here is Pacific Mayfield Imperial, or IMP. It's got cresting going on. That's the only one with cresting. Befreckled is right here, and that one's become one of my nicer ones, more unique ones. And up here you've got Drakenblut. That one had issues last year. And this cage is wanting to fall. This one over here, patent leather shoes. Actually, no, that one's Killer. Over here, that one doesn't have a thing. I don't know what that one is. This one over here, this one. That one's like tripled in size recently. It looks like that one might be, I don't think that one's not Devil's Touch. It's Smoky Quartz. I love how it's pointed and not like rounded, but it's still getting some size to it. Over here is an Extra, looking like garbage compared to what it typically does. And then over here, these are Saturns. Saturn, I believe, gets big. But I got these two pieces side by side. This one I think is, that one might be Pink Dazzler. And this one I think is Dark Cloud, which is probably what the mystery one in the other garden is. I think I might have had a couple pieces over here die, but this is Black Embers. Not looking so good. Don't really like that one that much. This is Kismet. May Apple, I have some in pots. Doing pretty good, and I'll include the ones that are in pots in another video. But May Apple's got good coloration. This one over here is not Squib. I don't know what that one is. It don't really matter that much. This one's Hopewell. I think the Squib might have died, unless that one's Squib. Over here, you got another corner garden. This one is an important one if I'm gonna ever grow them from seed. Grunrand, super wide leaves. Super wide leaves. It's only this big right now. I mean, it's like 3 inches across, not even. Triglin, different species. In the center, Jabba the Hutt, which gets big. It's got really great watermarks already right now. That one can get big, and it's got a couple babies, so I'm excited to see what that one grows into. And then this one right here is the Gold Shats. I've got one in a pot, and this one's actually doing really nice right now. It was a pain to plant. And then look at this. I should have planted these a bit better, but I'm gonna put those smaller stones that you saw in the other garden on top of this part of the mound. This is Shampoo. They're wanting to flower, and I forget if the flowers are yellow, but they might be yellow. And then over here, you've got your Affine actually surviving and doing all right. Over here, I had a Petone, but I took those pieces, so that's probably just another Shampoo right there. Over here, you have got Rita Jane. So I showed you a really crappy one in the other garden, Rita Jane. Like I said, this is 100% probably just for me. If you guys watch this video, then that's all right too. Sandy Lou. I have a couple really crappy Sandy Lou's, and Sandy Lou was going to be one of the more important ones, but you can see the death, and then look at the little baby. Like, this is one of those ones where, like, I only need a little piece, and then watch what I do with it. You know, even the back side of the leaves are kind of cool on that one. But obviously these are tiny right now. They will form clumps. And then this one is Plastic. Had some cold damage or something. Plastic is a unique one, but I've got it in a pot. I've got it over here, and then I've got it in my big container. And then you can also, like, you can do anything with rock gardens. You can include these fancy stones that are at the zoos and stuff, or you can probably order these online by the pound or whatever, or find them at the dollar store. But okay, that is it. I'm gonna hopefully put the 2 or 3 clips together, post this, minimal editing. Thanks for watching.